Ready?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Jack, you're now 12-0, undefeated. You've just made your UFC debut in a very dominating performance. Just talk us through the overall performance and your feelings right now.
Yeah, it was a good performance. Everything clicked quite early on. I found my range nice and early. I was beating him to the jab. The only time I sort of got caught was when I was getting into wild exchanges, and so that was sort of on error on my part. But the more my striking was used, the easier the takedowns came. And obviously, like I keep saying, the pressure I bring at the weight on the floor, most people will end up getting subbed or finish from the bottom. So it was a perfect performance, end of the perfect week.
And another finish for you, I think 4 straight finishes now as well. Did you know the finish was going to be there, or did you think that was going to end up going the 3 rounds into the decision?
I could feel him getting more and more tired. My corner said in between the second and third, if you get a takedown this round, you'll get that finish. As soon as I took the back and put the body triangle on, I could hear his breathing disrupting, and then the choke was actually across his chin, and I didn't know where to go for it or work it under deeper, but I could hear him starting to gargle a bit, and I could feel he was tight on his jaw. So once I started putting that squeeze on, I could see his hand starting to come, and it was just a matter of time.
And now that it's over, I mean, looking back, was there a sense of like octagon jitters, or like, because I mean, this obviously is the biggest league you can possibly get to. Was there any sense of like nervousness or something like that going into this fight?
I'm usually quite calm and cool before a fight anyway, but if I'm honest, I felt a lot calmer for this one than I have my last couple. My last 3-4 fights have been main events in arenas in Wales, so I haven't been fighting till late at night, last on, all eyes are on me, whereas this one, it felt a little bit like going back to the amateur days, 5 p.m, first on, just get the arena, wrap your hands, warm up, and let's go out and fight. So it was nice to not have that anticipation all day, and usually when I wait to walk out, my adrenaline's going and it feels like a bit of a dream, whereas this one I was in the moment, and I think that's why I switched it on so early. I usually, not a slow starter, but I usually take a couple of minutes to find my feet, but it just seemed to click straight away tonight. So no octagon jitters, no letting the occasion get to me then.
So it can't just be the start time. I mean, do you think that's maybe like a sense of just like maturity, of like growing into your role as a pro fighter and like future star as well? Because I mean, now undefeated, and you got such a big fan base, you're very visible out there.
Yeah, obviously I've been doing this from young. I've been training since I was 6, competing since I was 10 years of age. For 14 years now, every couple of months I've been competing in front of people. So there's not a lot that phases me in that environment. A lot of things in life I get nervous about, but fighting's not one of them. It just seems to be something I take in my stride. I go out there, and when it's time to go, then that's what I've trained all my life to do. I'm in the gym 24/7. Even when I haven't got a fight, I'm in the gym getting better. So I don't see why I would be nervous or jittery for something that is just second nature to me now.
So what's next for you? Well, when do you want to get back in there? Obviously, you've had your first UFC fight out of the way. When do you want to get back in there?
I just want to take it all in. Obviously, take a couple of weeks. It's been a tough camp. Being in the UFC debut, I've trained harder for this probably than any fight I've ever had. I've really pushed to the limits. Just want to take a couple of weeks to rest up. Me and my father are expanding our gym. We've started. We're going to be opening a massive facility for somewhere in the Welsh Valleys now. So we want a couple of months to get up and running, and maybe early next year let's get out there and do it again. I mean, whether it's a European card or I don't mind coming to America and letting the American fans see what I'm about as well. So we'll see what they come back to us with, and for now we just enjoy this and ride the wave a little bit.
How do you feel about the state of the bantamweight division? Because now, you got a double champ. It's like it kind of clogs up the line a little bit, so to speak. How do you weigh in on that? I mean, on the whole double champ status, which weight class do you see who should defend it next?
I mean, at the minute the ball's in his court. You can't really knock Cejudo for what he's done. In the space of sort of 2 years, he's gone from being relatively unknown to one of the faces of the sport. He beat probably the best bantamweight of all time, Dillashaw, at flyweight. Come out, looked like he was going to have a vicious knockout loss to Marlon Moraes, and then pulled down up the bag. So what he decides he does next is on him. He's earned that right, I suppose, by being a double champ. He's active, so it's on him. I mean, it does clog the top of the division up a little bit, but for someone like me who's just made their debut, I'm in no massive rush to fly up the ranks. I'm aware now that I'm a small fish in a big pond at the minute, so I got to notch them wins up myself before I start climbing them top 5 boys. So. But the division is stacked full of killers. There's not an easy fight, so any fight is a tough fight, and any person in the division is capable of going on to be a breakout star. So it's a fun time for our division, and it's great to be a part of it.
at this stage in your career, what's like the dream fight? Like that's the one guy you really want to face.
The dream fight, it's just that title fight. Obviously, whoever's got that belt, whether it's Cejudo or someone else beats him and takes the belt, fighting for that belt would be a dream come true. I was the Cage Warriors champion, so why not set my sights on the UFC gold? It may be a couple of years yet before I get to that spot to compete for it or challenge for it, but I'm sure if things keep going the way they are, then we'll get there sooner rather than later.
Jack, where do you see yourself amongst this division now? Obviously, for you, the sky's been the limit. Every time you've taken a higher fight, you've performed better. Where do you think you are in this division now, in terms of the best guys in the top 10?
I feel like I can compete with anyone in the division. Obviously, I'm a newbie at the minute, but I feel like a performance like that, especially the way Hernandez fought against Marlon Vera in his last fight, I feel like a performance like that against someone like him lets them know what I'm about and the potential I have. So I may not be in a position where I can call some of the top guys out, but I'm sure they'll all be keeping a quiet eye on me, over the next couple of fights.
One thing we saw a little bit more of was your striking. Obviously, you're known as a grappler, you're known for heavy top pressure. You didn't get the finish, but you were set up a lot with the strikes in the first 2 rounds. Can you talk a little bit about how you've been working on that with obviously your striking coaches?
Yeah, I got two world-class striking coaches. Obviously, do my boxing with Gary Lockett, who's coach met world champion challengers, British champions, European champions in boxing, and my Thai coach Kruheem, who was the head Thai coach at AKA Thailand. So although I come from a small gym in the valleys, I don't struggle for quality of coaches. I got 2 of the best in the world there and work with them multiple times a week. So at 24 my level's going up and up and up. You've seen every fight I have, I seem to get a little bit better. So I'm not, although these top boys in the American gyms, they got all the sparring partners in the world, don't count us British boys out. We got the quality there. It's just a matter now of us coming through the ranks and showing that we're capable of being the best in the world as well.
And just lastly then, I know obviously you've got a lot of fans out here, they give you in the crowd. You said you hear them. I know Aberdeen RFC actually pulled the game off to come out and watch you. What does that support mean coming over to Copenhagen and bringing all these fans?
Yeah, it means the world. Obviously, the Welsh always get behind their own in all sports, and Aberdeen's a small little town, but it's a close-knit community. I know the town's pretty much been on lockdown today whilst they've all been waiting for my fight, so I'm sure they'll be packing the town out tonight and partying. Even though I'm not there, they'll be partying for me. So, and I know these lot who've come over will have a good night on my behalf tonight as well. But yeah, it means the world to have their support. Whether they're over here supporting in person or back home watching and supporting me there, it just means the world. I'll never be able to repay them for the support they've given me over the years, and hopefully it just gets bigger and bigger.